the Rangers swept the Orioles. Yep, we need to give
Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you saw that coming. By the way, sit on your hands because you're all lying.
You liar. Yeah.
Maybe you saw the Rangers winning, but you did not see a sweep.
No, nobody did. It was bizarre. I mean, I'm still reeling a little bit from how bad the AL East as a whole has performed this last stretch and through into the playoffs.
Not a single win in the playoffs.
Makes no sense to me. Zero. The AL West, however, is all showing up all over the place, and it's
so funny because the AL West, like it seemed like nobody wanted to win it in September, right? It's like it's like, well, Texas, you've got okay, Houston, Seattle, well, okay, nobody wants to win this division, and maybe Brig, nobody wanted a bye.
That's what I'm starting.
And it was like towing that really delicate line between not winning the division but not making the playoffs. And I know, like, I don't think that was the case with Seattle. I think it was just anyway, but I think that Houston and Texas were kind of playing chess there for a little bit there at the end of the season.
You think that Bochy and Baker were looking at it and going, all right, now hang on.
I don't think I don't know. I don't think Baker would, because that team's really, really good, as we've seen, right? Like, they have their warts, like we talked about, but they do such a great job of covering those up.
They do,
right?
They definitely do.
And I think, I don't know, and I don't know if Texas was like experimenting with other ways to win games besides home runs, and they're just like, can't do it. Got to hit dingers, right? Start swinging with the fence again, fellas, because this is how it's going to happen.
Somebody call Corey.
Corey hit homers. Did you? So I don't know if I've talked about this here, Brig, but have you noticed that Corey Seager has been using? I don't know if it made it through the division series or not, but I swear that dude has been using the exact same bat for like half the season.
No, I didn't.
And you can tell, and I don't know if it's the way he gets his bats ready, if they all have, but there's like a stripe of wear up on the barrel.
Yeah.
And it's been that same bat for weeks, if like months.
Whoa.
So next time you watch the Rangers when Corey Seager bats, look at this bat. This bat has been to hell and back. It is super beat up. And there's no way it's a new bat. He hasn't broken a bat in months.
Makes you wonder if he's doing work on the tee or in the cage or anything like that with a different bat, same model but a different bat, and then he works into the games with the same one. That I can see.
Yeah, I think this is I think it's his gamer, and a lot of guys will do that. They'll have their gamer and they'll have separate bats they use during BP and stuff. Like some guys will even use a corked bat when there's people in the stadium for spring or for batting practice just to put on a show, But no, that like blows my mind that he has not in a game broken this bat.
We saw a broken bat in the game tonight. So it split all the way. I mean, it was as clean in half the length of the bat, split right down the middle.
Turned it into a cricket bat.
Yeah, it was a cricket bat. Anyway, so during the Rangers-Orioles series, Nate Eovaldi basically shut the Orioles down in Game 3. It looked like they just rolled over. They didn't even whimper, as Brad has been saying, which I think is a very appropriate definition. Nate Eovaldi, 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, only 5 hits, 1 earned run is all. He didn't give up a single walk, and he struck out 7. That's just in Game 3. So, I mean, overall, the Rangers outscored the Orioles 21-11. That's across the whole series.
Yeah, because the only thing is that game too, where we're like, hey, the O's should be excited about putting up 8, but how do you feel about giving up 11?
Yeah, exactly.
There was that whole thing, and that's really where they scored all their runs in the series.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, and the thing that I think is crazy is that they only led for a third of an inning. Third of an inning the entire series. They got the lead with 2 outs in 1 inning, and then they gave it up the very next inning.
So I know that Orioles fans are depressed by this information, and I can't blame them. Rangers fans are very excited about this information. I can't blame them. But where do you think the remainder of the fan base falls? Like just
So,
baseball dumb.
honestly, if I was an Orioles fan, I wouldn't be upset about this at all. You had a great year. You outperformed management, and you made it. You got the
Way.
#1 seed in the American League, and yeah, you laid an egg in the division series, but the Braves kind of have so far, and at least you're only outscored by 10. You're not the Dodgers,
Oh
right?
man, no kidding.
So
Yeah,
so you
that's a
had a better
great
series
point.
than some teams, right?
Yeah.
And you had a great season. Build on it. You should have a ton of confidence going into next season because pretty much everybody's coming back, right?
No doubt. That is a
So
young,
that's a
young team.
young team. And
Yes.
that's the first time they've been swept in 93 series since Adley Rutschman got called up.
Dang.
So
I
be proud of that
I
team.
think, yeah, and I think especially because I think I saw this, and then we'll move on. The average age on the Orioles team, did you see this?
I didn't.
The average age on the Orioles team is 6.5. It's awesome. There.
I actually was pulling up Baseball Reference, like, oh man, this is crazy. 6.5. Yeah, you're right. That's what it says. That's the average age of that team, 6.5.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on.
Plus 21 point, or plus about 21.